Hi students, welcome back. Let's continue with our problems. So in the previous video I had explained some of the problems, how to calculate the speed up and efficiency of a system and how to calculate the average cycles per instructions. Now let's have a look on this problem. A benchmark program is executed on a 400 megahertz processor. So here the clock rate is given as 40. The clock rate it's given as, that is f is equal to, the clock rate is equal to 40 megahertz processor. It has the following statistics. Just like the previous one, here also I had taken some statistics with the different values so that it becomes a practice for you how to calculate the problems. So I am taking the 4 instruction types in my complete program. Arithmetic, branch, loader, store and the floating point. So arithmetic will take total, the size of my arithmetic program in my complete benchmark program is 45,000. That is the instruction count is nothing but the size of your program. Branch will take 32,000, loader store will take 15,000 and floating point is taking 8,000. So for this complete the 45,000 of size of the program, it takes 1 clock cycle, and branch will take 2 clock cycles, loader store take 2 clock cycles and the floating point is taking 2 clock cycles. So this is what they are given, and they are asking us to calculate the average cycles per instruction, MIPS rate and execution time. I need to calculate 3 terms: average CPI, MIPS rate and execution time. Now let's calculate one by one. So first, what is the speed they are given? The clock speed. The clock speed or the clock rate is given of processor is, the processor is given as 40 megahertz. So let's convert it into hertz. Always focus on the units, what units we are taking. So 40 into 10 power 6 hertz. Now first thing is I need to calculate the average CPI, cycles per instruction. Average CPI is equal to C by IC. C by IC. What is a C here? C is nothing but a total cycles to execute the program. We know that C is nothing but total cycles to execute the program. By IC is the instruction count. Instruction count. So what are the total cycles to execute the program? So total cycles to execute the program is nothing but the arithmetic instruction, it is taking 45,000 into how many cycles it is taking? Only 1 cycle. Okay, and whereas the next type is branch instruction. So the branch is taking 32,000 and 2 cycles, and 15,000 2 cycles, 8,000 2 cycles. So just apply that here. So 32,000 into 2 plus 1500 into 2 plus and 8000 into 2. Okay, so this is what I get divided by, what is the instruction count? Instruction count is the total, the size of my program. Just only the size of my program without cycles. The size of program is 45,000 plus, so this 15,000. 45,000 plus 32,000 plus 15,000 plus 8,000. So you will get 155,000 divided by 1 lakh. Okay, that means 1.55. So this is the average CPI. Average CPI is nothing but 1.55 you got. Now I calculate the average CPI. The next is I need to calculate the execution time. What is the execution time? Now let's have a look. Execution time is equal to, that is T is equal to C by F. So C means we already know that is the total cycles to execute per program, and F is nothing but the clock rate of my processor. So C is 155,000 divided by clock rate is 40 into 10 power 6. So if you calculate, you will get it as 0.155 by 40. That means 0.003875 seconds. So therefore, T is equal to, the execution time of a processor is 3.875 milliseconds. So that means We know that 1 second is equal to 1000 milliseconds. So I converted the seconds into milliseconds. So the execution time of a processor is 3.875 milliseconds. And what's the final thing? I need to calculate the MIPS rate. MIPS rate. So MIPS rate is equal to IC by T into 10 power 6. So what is IC? IC is nothing but you got the instruction count. The size of my program is the 1 lakh. Okay, divided by T into 10 power 6. T is 0.003875. So this is what your T. T into 10 power 6. So the MIPS rate for the given instruction is 25.8. So in this way you need to calculate the problems. I hope you will get how to calculate the problems. If you still having any doubts in these problems, you can comment below. And if you need some more problems also, I can help you to calculate the system performance. Thank you.